We paid our €5 to park our car to visit the area of the Normandy invasion. The first thing you see is the observation platform. From it you can see the beaches and the surrounding area. It's a cool morning in late September and the sea is a beautiful blue. But on June the 6th, 1944, there were 5,000 ships out there. Some were battleships, firing their guns at the place we are now standing. Some of the ships were bringing the 169,000 Allied troops as part of the largest invasion of modern times. My travel bud decides that she's going to take a walk down the trail toward the little town of Aramash. Aramash, like all towns on the coast, were completely obliterated during the invasion. Thousands of Allied troops stormed these beaches during the beginning of the invasion in 1944. We drove down for a close-up look of the beach and also saw the cliffs that the Allies scaled to attack the Germans. They were, of course, on top shooting at them. A short drive away is the remains of a German shore battery. These huge guns are mounted in these concrete enclosures. There are 4 of them, and they have 10-foot thick walls of reinforced concrete. A 7-man crew manned the gun, and I'm sure any survivors were deaf. It could fire 6 rounds per minute and hit a target 12 miles away. The shell weighed about 40 pounds and was about 5 inches in diameter. My French is not very good, but I believe this says that this gun was captured by a British Devonshire regiment on June the 7th, 1944. We had lunch at a tiny fishing village nearby, and the lunch was served buffet style, which was kind of unusual. We had a curious onlooker. The American Normandy Cemetery is on a bluff overlooking Omaha Beach. There's an orientation table overlooking the beach, and there are 9,387 buried here. Inside the memorial is a soaring statue representing American youth, and on the walls are the diagrams of invasion battles. Also on the walls are the names of 1,557 American soldiers who were never found. General Theodore Roosevelt Jr. is buried here. And it's a good place to remember the words of the great humanitarian Albert Schweitzer, who said, "Soldiers' graves are the greatest preachers of peace." We drove along the beaches once covered with blood as we left the cemetery. In this cemetery you hear German spoken in hushed tones. The sculptures represent a German couple waiting for their sons to return from war. There are 12,000 buried here, and grouped 5 per headstone. In death they lie in peace, in soil, once drenched with soldiers' blood. We were driving along and saw a sign that said calvados, so we followed it and went to this farmhouse, and we sampled this fiery apple brandy and made our purchases and were on our merry way.